My name is Tyro Reichert. I have really enjoyed using Kahoot in my classroom this past couple years. I think that it is most famous for being able to have competitive head-to-head games where a question pops up on the screen and then there's 4 answer choices and you get points for selecting the correct answer and you get more points for answering them quickly. I have really enjoyed the other part where you can send out the assignment and then they are able to answer the questions at their own pace, so it's not as much of a race between everyone else. I have used it as a bell ringer and as just an assignment, and the kids seem to enjoy that. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open Kahoot. So if you go to kahoot.com, if you have not created an account before, you will need to sign up. You'll select that you are a teacher. The students will not have to sign up. They'll be able to just use your code. And then here you can either enter in your email and password, or you can sign in with Google or Microsoft. I already have an account, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. Once you are logged in, this is the home page, has a lot of things that they advise. If you go to the library, you can see all the Kahoots that you have created. So these are the ones that I've created. It's pretty easy to create your own. Up here in the corner, you can hit create, and you can just add whatever questions you want, the time limits. You can have fewer answers. You have to have at least 2 answer choices, but then you can add more. If you want to just look for one, this is a great feature as well. So if I don't have one on, let's say we just worked with word problems on multiplication and division, so I can go to discover and I can just search that. So multiplication and division word problems. And I can just hit enter and it will go and find whatever it can, all the Kahoots that are close to it. So here it looks like we have multiple options. You can look at how many questions. So this one has 18, this one has 15, this one has 8. So I'm going to probably go with one that has fewer. I can review the questions. I can review the questions, see the answers, make sure that the answers are correct. This one has nice pictures that will show up on the students or on the main screen. If I like this one, I can go ahead and decide. I can go ahead and hit play. And instead of doing the regular thing, I like to assign it so it goes out to their tablets. I can choose whenever I want it to be due. So if I want this to be due on the 20th, I can have it be due there, and then at the end of school, I can say, so at 4 o'clock, question timer, I can turn that off so then they have unlimited time on each of the questions. And you can change these settings, but I'll allow them to choose their own names. I can hit create. It will give me this code here, and I can either share it through Google Classroom, or I can copy this URL and email it to them, get that to them anyway, and then once they click on that, then they will be invited into that Kahoot. As soon as they are in, their names will pop up here, and this will also tell me how many they've gotten correct, how many they've not answered. This can give you a breakdown of how each student did on each, or how all the students did on each question. It's like to have an actual score, so it will also save all of your Kahoots and the results from them, so you can always go back and double check and see how students did. This one here, it gives me an overall of how all the questions students answered, how they did. I can look at each player and I can see how they did, so I can see 100%. Within these, I can click on that and see which questions they would have missed. So I can see missed question number 16. I can scroll through each of the students like that. I can also look at it based off the question, so I can compare and see if there was just a bad question, one that was more difficult than others. Here, one student missed, one student missed, one student missed. Here we can see 2 students missed this one, 2, and then 2 missed these end ones. I can click on that, and I can double check and see how they missed their questions here. So if we look at this one here, 16, 3, 0, -5. So he's supposed to go from least to greatest. His mistake was he went from greatest to least. Right here we can see went from 0, 3, just missed that -5, so just did that as a regular 5. There are a lot of uses for Kahoots, but I really enjoyed being able to go through and look back at their results, so I'm able to take grades on it, able to track some of their data as we move on. But like I said, there's lots of options for it, so go ahead, try it out, figure out ways that you can use it in your classroom. Thank you for watching.